The Medal of Valor, the highest honor for true heroes, forged in sacrifice, bestowed in the rarest moments. Since its creation, only a few, just 41, have stood at this summit of courage. They were soldiers, Marines, airmen, sailors, ordinary Filipinos who did the impossible. Across jungles, islands, and cities, their decisions altered fate in seconds. Some never returned. All of them changed the meaning of bravery. This is not about rank, not about fame. It is about choosing others over self. Offer rim, or stuffer disdain. Ober sulfur. Even when death is certain, listen closely, remember their courage, because true courage never dies. It lives in every life they saved, and every promise we keep. It's not given for being present in battle. It is earned by defying fear when everything falls apart, when instinct screams to find cover, but a deeper calling pushes one forward, when the fight is lost on paper and yet someone moves forward anyway, seeing not an obstacle, but a duty to others. They step into the kill zone to pull others out, a space where survival is measured in seconds. They willingly enter the fire, driven by a loyalty stronger than fear, heart pounding, hand steady, purpose absolute. The body reacts to the terror, but the mind focuses, channeling everything into a single, vital task. They fight not for medals, but for the person beside them, for the shared history forged in hardship, and the unspoken promise to leave no one behind. That bond is their armor. The standard is clear, conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of life above and beyond the call of duty. Above and beyond is where these acts live. A realm where duty is transformed into extraordinary sacrifice. Training prepares the body. Values prepare the soul. Drills build muscle memory, but no exercise can simulate the moral weight of that choice. That is where character is revealed. Honor, duty, sacrifice, lived, not spoken. These are principles tested in the dirt and the blood, an internal compass that points toward others when the self screams for survival. Sometimes, the order is to hold. Sometimes, to break the line and rescue. To become an immovable object, or an unstoppable force. Always, the choice is personal. To face danger so others don't have to. Risking everything when death is certain, that is the line they cross. A line between self-preservation and selflessness. A body becomes a barrier. A moment becomes a lifetime for someone else. They buy time with their own, trading their future seconds for another's future years. It is the most profound exchange a human can make. Some return with scars, visible and invisible. Some do not return at all, leaving behind a silence that echoes louder than any explosion. For them, the medal is not a prize. It is a promise we make to remember. A story cast in metal, a testament to the best of humanity in the worst of times. Day breaks. The cost remains, imprinted on the ground and in the hearts of the living. The world moves on, but the memory of sacrifice is permanent. This is what it takes, and this is what they did. Some threw themselves on grenades to save their men. It was a choice made in a heartbeat, an ultimate act of selflessness. They absorbed the blast so others could live. Others crawled through fire, ignoring the danger to their own lives, dragging the wounded one by one. Their mission was simple: leave no one behind. When trapped and outgunned, ingenuity became their greatest weapon. Improvising with seconds to spare, they turned chaos into an unexpected corridor for escape. Others fought until their last bullet, becoming a living shield to protect civilians. They were the very definition of holding the line, while families ran to safety. In the most desperate moments, some made the unthinkable call, calling danger, close fire, on themselves. It was a final, terrifying gamble to break the encirclement. And yet, there was compassion amid the storm. They used their strength not just to fight, but to shield the innocent, humanity preserved at gunpoint. When the last round clicked into an empty chamber, the fight wasn't over. They kept fighting with bayonets, with bare hands, with a will alone that refused to be broken. 41 names, spanning generations, each a story of impossible choices made in a moment of truth. Some stories are known nationwide, becoming part of our national identity. Many more are whispered in the units they saved, a sacred and private history. For their families, the memories are more personal. They remember birthdays, not battlefields, the person, not the legend that the world would come to know. Official citations capture the facts, the dates, the locations. but it is the hearts of loved ones that remember the courage that lived between the lines. Because they stood firm, towns that had fallen silent could rise again, classrooms that were empty and dark reopened their doors. Because of them, futures were restarted. The medal shines brightest not on a uniform, but in the reflection of these quiet, ordinary moments of peace they deservedly earned for others. A path forward, bought with such immense bravery, is a path that is meant to be walked by many. It is a gift to the future. These are acts of immortality, their echoes resounding beyond uniforms, beyond battlefields, beyond time itself. 41 is a number on a list. Their collective courage, however, is simply uncountable, a legacy that defies measure. It is our duty now to carry their story forward, to ensure their sacrifice is never forgotten. And in doing so, we honor not just the heroes, but all those they saved. All of us who live in the peace they secured. In quiet, hallowed halls, their names are called, echoing through the silence. For every name, a family stands, a living testament to a life given in service. They step forward, carrying the weight of absence, but also a profound, unyielding pride. The ribbon presented is light, a simple piece of fabric. The medal, a small disc of metal. But the meaning it carries is immeasurably heavy. It is the weight of a final, selfless act, a promise kept to their comrades and their country. In this moment, a nation rises in respect, a collective breath held in reverence. This honor is not just for today, it is a legacy to be passed down. From one generation to the next, the story is told, so that we may remember the cost of peace. For the families they left behind, the nation offers more than condolences. They receive lifetime support, a tangible gratitude for their immense loss, and a lifetime of stories to tell. From this profound sacrifice, opportunity blooms. Scholarships are funded, futures are built, ensuring the hero's legacy is one of progress. On the training grounds, their stories become doctrine. Lessons learned the hard way now guide the next guardians. Their courage becomes the standard. The truest reward is not material, it is the eternal respect etched into the heart of the nation. A flag is just cloth until courage gives it meaning. A medal is just metal until a life transforms it into a sacred promise that such bravery will never be forgotten. This courage lives on wherever people choose duty over comfort, service over self. At the center of it all is love. Love for family, for country, a future worth securing. The honor lives on in a nation determined to rise, a light that guides us forward. And so, with solemn hearts and profound gratitude, we remember. Bravery beyond fear. If this moved you, follow for more stories of real Filipino heroes. Honor their memory, learn their names, share their courage, join us, and keep these stories alive. True courage never dies.